Love y'all, boys. Love you. Love you. I'll go to war with every single one of you every game, all right? Love you, 1-7. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Win.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have me doubts, not what I'm about, have your fucking clout. It be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. 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 It's showtime.
Welcome to Friday Night Lights on the Mafia Sports Report channel. I'm your host, Tommy, and next to me is my man, Mr. Mikey, my main man, Mr. Mikey, also known as the Apex Man. He is back. He is back. He's back. Golf clap, golf clap, golf clap. He's back.
Yep, I'll take it. Internet was working, you know. Happy to be back. I missed you guys last week.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we missed. Bill's Mafia missed you. I missed you. I was like, yeah, I was throwing off. I was off my game because it was just a hot mess last Friday night. But it is what it is. I was so excited to talk to you about week one. Now I'm really excited because we are pretty much 2 weeks now into camp. And this week obviously was padded practice, Mikey. And real quick, I do want to ask you this because we didn't get to talk about it last week. How do you feel? Well, first of all, I did ask our buddy, Josh Allen. I don't know if you knew this, but I asked Josh Allen how he felt about being number 12 on the NFL's top 100 voted by his peers. And he said this.
Okay.
You sent me that clip.
And that's how he feels about being voted.
Ouch, Roy. That one hurt. Shot to the heart.
Roy.
Didn't even notice.
Not cool, man.
Technically, I wasn't really gone because I was in the chat.
Yeah, you were for a little bit. Yep. So anyway, I guess I'll ask you because I already asked Josh. So how do you feel about that? Number 12.
I think it's dumb. What did you tell me when we first popped on today? Patrick Mahomes was number 4?
Yeah. It came across Twitter.
Like, what are we doing? Like, really? I mean, look at Madden. Madden's ratings came out today too, and Josh was the 4th ranked quarterback behind Lamar, and they had Lamar at 98, Josh at 92. Lamar's 6 points better than Josh. Are we kidding?
Yep. But don't listen to Madden, by the way. Madden's the worst NFL football game. I don't care. It's terrible.
Bernard's the 4th best linebacker on our team behind Deion Jones and Moreau.
Yeah.
In Madden.
Don't pay attention to Madden. That's all I can tell you guys. It's a terrible game. Terrible game. So you think my opinion was dude, okay, if you want to drop him down some, whatever. Okay, fine. But not even the top 10. You're talking about a guy that's – so I was going by list. Even if you want to be going with the quarterback. Let's go with the quarterbacks and go, okay, Mahomes is number 1 without a doubt right now. And I'll give him that. He is. And then if you want to go around the other fan bases, I'm sure there's going to be some that says Lamar's 2 or Josh is 2 or Burrow's 2 and he's 3. But we got to at least say Allen's at least in the top 4 conversation, no matter what. Like if we're going all around, nobody can argue he's outside of that, I don't think. How the hell is he not in the top 10 when he's in the top 4 quarterbacks in the NFL? It's crazy to me. I don't. By the way, Micah Parsons was below Kittle.
Yeah.
How the hell is that? Are you kidding me? I like Kittle, but he ain't no better than Micah Parsons.
5 defensive players in the top 10, right? So they had 2 quarterbacks, 5 defensive linemen, a receiver, a tight end, an offensive lineman.
I stopped looking after that.
You know, it's just like
That was
I have a hard time, you know, taking any of these for like serious. I'm just like, okay, it is what it is. Like I don't really care. Like getting worked up over it makes no sense.
oh no, I don't get worked up, but the thing is, I respect this one probably more than any other one, only because it's supposedly voted by his peers, like everyone, all the players in the NFL, like that. They take a vote, like so. I'll respect that more than Nick Wright's vote or this Joe Schmo's like. But I don't agree it. Like I think they were really wrong on this, and then Mahomes is really wrong. I mean, how's Mahomes not number one? I'm sorry, like he's.
Well, that's the thing. You also have to remember, a lot of this is a popularity vote by the people who actually vote. It's not every player.
No, I know that. It's
a handful of players that get the ballots that fill them out based off of their popularity. It's like the All-Star game.
Yeah, I get it.
It's like okay.
But it's not a fan.
I'm more interested in what these players have to say about them when their number pops up. Like Chris Jones talks about Josh Allen all the time and about how great he is and how much he loves him. You know
when are they doing? Do you know when they're doing the videos of it? Because they haven't. There's no videos yet out. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know.
Well, it is what it is, man.
When they usually go through and they drop them, they do those videos. You know that everyone talks about that player. You know, like that. I'm more interested in what the other people have to say about Josh in those videos.
Right. Yep. Well,
how do you feel about the new kickoff rule? I think last night's game did not do it any justice.
I think it was sloppy. I like it
real
though,
sloppy.
But I like it. Like so, if you're gonna ask, like, okay, so last night was sloppy, but I do like I like everything about it, but I could see how things can get bad. Like the like a player moving. It is really difficult. Like in the XFL, they do another whistle. So when a player gets it, they blow the whistle and then the players move. In the NFL, there is no second whistle. So once it kicks off, pretty much, and I think it's more of it's a disadvantage for the receiving team because they have to kind of look forward and look back at the same time. When they're the defense, you're looking straight at, when the receiver catches the ball, you're not going to be moving. If you notice, the guy that jumped off sides was on the receiving team because he's kind of looking. He has to do both. They have to. If you notice, some of them are halfway looking and halfway looking forward. So I think they're making a mistake by not having that second whistle. I think they need to have that because then every player can look forward, not have to wait and kind of like, you know what I mean? Cock their head halfway to see when their guy's going to get the ball. I think they need to make it more fair because there's going to be plenty of offsides. I'm telling you right now, there's going to be players moving left and right on that. But I don't mind it. I like it. It gives the receiver a chance to return the ball. It makes it more fun. It makes the game a little bit more safer. Fine. I'm cool with that too. And it makes kickers have to fucking kick the ball right, like make a decision. So I don't mind it. It's just they have to clean that part of it, like because it kind of is a little unfair for the receiving team, in my opinion.
We'll see how it plays out. I mean, that was the first crack at it. A bunch of special teams coordinators were watching that film to figure out what they want to do. You know what I mean? So I imagine week 1 of the preseason, you're going to see a lot better execution of it.
Right. By the way, Roy, I don't choose the ad, so I wanted to have picked that ad for the show. So just throwing that out there.
I wouldn't pick any political ad for this show. But,
no political ad, but I definitely wouldn't pick that one. Just throwing that out there. You know what ads I get a lot here of? This guy, Sharif, or he's some guy in Michigan who has like a terrible like wig. Shri, he's called his name Shri. I see him every time I go to YouTube. His stupid pop-ups.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh my god!
But I don't have. I have YouTube subscription.
So you don't have to. Oh, got you. Okay. It's so bad. It's
so bad. So bad.
Oh my god.
So you want to do around the league?
Yeah, go for it.
Before we get into the red, white, and blue scrimmage tonight.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb still holding out in Dallas. They want their money. And
Micah's
Micah's there. You know what I mean? But he's not really doing a whole lot. He also got beat up a little bit in a one-on-one. The lineman got up under his mask and like jacked up his neck.
Damn.
The Vikings, Justin Jefferson has a hammy. They're being super cautious with his hamstring.
You know how that is, soft tissue injury.
Yeah.
You never know. Lingering. It's never
DeAndre
good.
Hopkins is out 4 to 6 weeks with a knee and hip.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't hear that.
D-Hop
Oh,
went
that's
down.
brutal. And he's still with Houston? I mean, not Houston. He's still with Tennessee?
Yeah, Tennessee. So that receiving core is him, Trayvon Burks, Calvin Ridley, so they actually have it pretty good.
That hurts.
And then they signed somebody else. Oh, Tyler Boyd.
Okay,
So
not bad. Not a little bad.
Pretty,
pretty stacked. Yeah. So really, even if you miss some time, it's not really that huge of a loss for them.
Yep. Justin Herbert, right foot injury, plantar fasciitis or something like that.
That I did hear.
Until week 1.
Yeah, and who knows?
Yeah.
Could be. You don't know. He could return week 2. I mean, that sucks. I heard that's painful too.
And it's off his plant foot, which makes it even worse.
Ugh, brutal.
Like,
they got the worst luck, the Chargers, man. Don't they? Always something going on over there, man.
I think it's their owners. I really do.
I don't know. Oh my god.
Geno Smith went down with an injury.
Oh, did he? Okay.
They got his results back, and the results got good news on him, but he's gonna be out for a while.
Okay. Well, that sucks. For a while, what? Like a while to a couple weeks into the season, or a while maybe week 1.
There's no actual time frame on it right now. They just said
week to week kind of. Oh, that's never good. A while's never good. That sucks. So they got to be, and they just paid him not too long ago, right?
His knee and hip injuries don't show anything significant. They say he shouldn't miss any time, but that also could mean like any time of like the training camp or any time like of the regular season. They're being very vague about what's going on with them. But they did acquire Sam Howell, who I think is a good quarterback. Is a fantastic number 2 with a high ceiling. So if they can figure out him, I think that's a good setup. So I mean, a lot of things going around the league. We had the Hall of Fame game last night. It only played 3 quarters due to the storm, but as you can imagine, there's a lot of backups. I thought Davis Mills looked good for the Texans.
He did, yeah. He shined for. Now they cut the game off because it was pouring, right? They decided
and
cut the game.
Thunder and lightning at the end of the third.
I know a lot of people were pissed that were making bets. I would never bet on a preseason game, by the way.
Hell no.
That has to be the stupidest thing in the world, man. I mean, like, what are you doing?
No starters played.
That's what I'm saying.
Half
I
the
would
backups
never.
didn't play.
To each his own, but they wound up voiding a lot of those.
The bet.
Voiding a lot of those bets, yeah.
So just kind of around the league stuff. Did you see that Devin Hester made the Hall of Fame?
I did. About fucking time, bro. Like, obviously, I'm a big fan because I'm Hurricanes, but he deserves it. I've been saying that for a long time. He was the best return guy probably ever. Like, in my opinion, I thought he was
the first special teams only guy to go in.
I believe so. I think I could be wrong on that, but I believe so.
Because everyone assumed Tasker would be the first special teams guy.
Yeah, I love Tasker, I do, but Hester, and I like I said, I love Tasker, but I think Hester was a game changer.
He was a return guy. Like I would have loved to seen Hester in today's NFL.
And a game changer, like I said though, and he actually wasn't even bad on offense. As an offensive weapon. And like you said, if he was in today's NFL, imagine him on the 49ers, for instance, with that offense, the way or on the Chiefs. Oh my God.
Let Andy Reid play with that guy.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, so no, he deserves it. Well, I'm very happy for him. And good for him, man.
Yep. Yeah, I was happy to see him get in, but he was one of those few guys when he touched the ball, like it was just magical. He just found a way all the time. No Tasker. Tasker didn't get in, but if Tasker gets in, he won't get in based off of the normal votes. He'll have to get in by the the Legends team.
Yeah, I think because he went through.
Yeah, He went through and expired, so it would have to be by that Legends teams that picked.
And he may, because he's respected by his peers, so they may vote him in.
He changed the special teams game. He created true special teams aces.
Yeah,
he was the first special teams ace.
I could see him getting voted in, like them getting him in there.
Tyreek Hill was the number 1 player. Are you serious?
Wow, really? I didn't see that. I mean, I haven't even been looking since Allen.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He did just get to a $250 million contract.
Yeah, but number 1 in the league. Like, I respect the guy, what he's done, but
Christian McCaffrey's number 1 in the league.
Yeah,
If it's not going to be,
if he's healthy, 100%. When healthy, he is the best dynamic weapon in the NFL. But Hill's he's a annoying, really good, great player.
But number 1?
No, he's not number 1. Like, he deserves to be top 10, no doubt. He's that good. But number 1 ahead of, like, I don't. But whatever it is, we just got over this. We just talked about it. It's a ridiculous kind of voting system. Whatever's going on, they got it wrong. This year they got wrong. Because I agreed last year, right? I agreed the year before. I thought it was fair. You know what I mean? I thought where they put high, the poor, like Allen. I never complained about that. Like, I thought it was all fair. This year's way off, dude. Way off.
They had Aaron Rodgers at 92. I don't care what you say. Aaron Rodgers is better than 92.
Yeah, and I agree. I was happy to see it. I was like, ha, ha, ha.
Me too, but he's better than 92.
But he's better than, yes, absolutely. And even if you want to say, hey, he got hurt last year, we don't, because I get it, it's for 2024. We don't know what he's going to be, blah, blah. You're telling me he's not better than 92nd. Bump him up to at least in the 50.
Right? Like,
show some respect for the guy.
Either 92 or off list. Now, don't get me wrong, he's a Jet, so for all I give a shit.
Yeah, I don't give a shit if he's not even on.
But
right.
If we're talking about a legit list, like Aaron Rodgers at 92, really? Like,
it's a slap in the face. But once again, you think he cares?
No.
I think he gives
I don't think
shits.
any of these guys give a shit.
Right. Yeah, nobody does.
Honestly,
no one's taking it to heart. No one's taking it to heart.
No one gives a shit about that.
No, nobody does.
So tonight was the return of the red and white, right?
The blue and red. The blue and red.
Red, white, and blue. The Buffalo Bills Stadium.
36,000, dude.
Yeah, they had to sell more tickets and open up the upper deck.
That's unbelievable, bro.
Watch a scrimmage.
That is passion
between each other.
Yeah, that's not right between each other. Right.
A glorified practice.
That's unbelievable, man. That just shows the passion and love for the team, man.
Also shows that this year's team's different than what we've seen over the last few years.
That's true.
You know,
that's a little bit more.
So, I know you're going to put together a blue and red clip, so we won't dig too much into that tonight. The defense beat the offense on the overall, so we saw that. A few injuries that hit. We had a few linebackers go down, Fucio and
Morrow.
Yeah. I think those are the two that went down. Khair is continuing to play fantastic ball, which I'll tell you, Khair's play has made me feel better about our cornerback room. Like, I was scared going into this year.
Yeah,
it's those two guys.
It's a sigh of relief, man. I'll be honest. I've been saying, I still think the corners still, like, I'll still put them as an area of concern, but not as high as I had it entering training camp. I think safety is still number one on my board.
Especially with all the injuries that happened.
Yeah, big time. And I would say then I say corner only because we're a little thin at that spot. And then I would say, and I said center, just center, because I haven't heard any. I haven't heard anything good or bad about how Edwards is playing, which is probably a good thing, right? Like, sometimes when your name's not called, that's
struggled
good.
Snapping. That's it.
No, that's for McGovern. I'm talking about Edwards at left guard. So I haven't heard much. But that's good. But that's good. Like I always say, it's not a terrible thing if you don't hear someone's name. Like, think about it. Shakir you haven't really heard anything, but you also haven't heard anything negative, like he's dropping ball or whatever. So I'll take that over Edwards has been struggling, getting beat off the line. He's looking sloppy. So I'll take that. The McGovern, the only thing I've heard negative, obviously, is the snapping, right?
Mhm.
The exchange between him and Allen has been really bad, okay? Today, I haven't heard anything. Now, we'll have to wait because there's still reporters that are going to report some stuff later, but I didn't hear anything today. But every day up until today, he's had an issue.
Yesterday was clean from what I've
Was
heard.
yesterday clean? Okay, so maybe 2 days in a row, but it's been rough. It's been a rough outing for him.
The last practice, whatever the last practice was clean.
That was
were they off yesterday?
They were off yesterday, I believe.
Yeah, so it was Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday. So, but either way, he's had a rough camp for that. Can he clean it up? Sure. They talked to Brady, said he's not concerned. He's not going to tell you he's concerned.
Yeah.
But he said he's not concerned for now. So we'll see. He just has to clean that up. If he cleans that up, it seems like he's doing fine, right? Blocking wise. So clean it up, McGovern, and I'll be happy going into the season with you at center. But if you don't, we got a problem. We got a big problem.
Yeah. So on a positive note, we've been going back and forth on text exchange about why the hell Van Pran Granger isn't getting any run with Alec Anderson going down and not practicing.
He came back. Yeah,
but
he did.
Granger went to the second team and tore it up.
I heard Garage is also playing good in camp so far. So and he had a good camp last year. I thought Garage did.
But SVP did really well in his move to second team. So I'll be interested to see when Alec Anderson comes back if SVP goes back to the third string or if they continue to rotate him in the second string because they said he was awesome. Is everything I heard from both Joe Marino and from Matt Perrine, Joe Marino and the Shout team.
That's good.
Saying that he looked real good with the second unit. Who else they finally gave a shout out to is Torrance. I guess Torrance has just been a monster.
Yeah, I heard somebody said, I forget what reporter, but they said he's been on his A game. And they're not talking
about him enough because they expected it. But I guess the whole first team O outside of the snaps has been really good. So everything you're hearing is about the second and the third team and about where guys are trying to line up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, it's been pretty good.
Yeah, so I'm excited to hear that our starting five. I was concerned when we let go of Mitch, slid McGovern over, and kind of once again Dawkins is playing against a brand new left guard. But it sounds like Edwards is doing just fine, and Torrance and Brown are doing their thing. Dawkins is doing his thing. Josh has been on fire so far this camp. So, I mean, that's positive outside of the 1-3 play hiccup.
Yeah, that was just probably just who knows. But
yeah.
I don't put anything too much into that. They could be testing things out, also getting familiar with his new receivers and just guys maybe running the wrong route. We don't know really what happened there. And it doesn't matter. Like I said, offense going to have a good game, good days. Defense is going to have good day. It's going to go back and forth. Iron sharpens iron. It's just the way it works. They're familiar with each other. Mm-hmm. They see each other. That's why things get chippy towards the end of the second week, usually middle of the week. And things did get chippy right away, right when the pads came in. I told you guys last week, this when shit gets real. This is when things get real. It's when players are going to start taking their game to another level because now they can hit. Now they can be more physical. Now they're not afraid of hitting somebody too hard without pads. So that's why you're starting to see a little injuries come in and a little bit of sloppiness. Ray Davis. Listen, Ray Davis is having a good camp, but he's not. He's he's having
a great camp, but he's put the ball on the ground twice.
And he put
two fumbles.
Today he did too.
No.
Yeah, so he had a 60-yard run. 60-yard run.
And then fumbled.
And he Christian Benford caught up to him and he fumbled.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Ray Davis, I was hyping you up. Please.
That's going to
hold the ball.
if he can't get that fixed, that's going to cost him.
It's going to be a major problem. Major problem.
Yeah, because don't play that game.
And it's I feel bad right now for him too because Ty Johnson's hurt. This is your opportunity to get in good with McDermott and go, hey, I could be that number 2, like Ty. You don't really, Ty Johnson. You don't need to worry about Ty Johnson. I'm your guy. Like, but boy, if you're putting the ball on the ground, we all know McDermott don't play that shit. Like, you fumble, your ass is gonna be on the bench. It's just the way it works. So, gotta secure the rock,
and that's
man.
3 in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's not good. Like and it's weird because he wasn't.
He wasn't a fumbler. He had
in college.
He had 2 in college. Is it?
I know, it's really odd. Like, it's really. Who knows? I don't know what's going on. Maybe he needs to get with the running back coach.
He needs to get with
and needs to figure
whoever Tiki Barber got with to fix his fumbling problems.
Yeah, he has to figure that out and figure it out quick.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be a problem.
Hey, do you know? Did they do special teams? I know they did. Field goals.
The very first. Well, there's a video.
Bass was 5 for 6. He missed his first, which was a 58-yarder, and then he hit 20, a 30, 2 40s, and a 50.
Right, and they did kick return, by the way.
They kick
because
return.
They have a clip of it.
Oh, they did a punt return too, because they said Hardy looked real good, and he also had a pick in the scrimmage, which is helping him if he's trying to win that punt, because it's basically him and Hamler are the two that are handling the punt return duties.
Mm-hmm. I think they should have them both back there on kick return. You can especially in the new rules. For me, you want to have your fastest guys back there. Why not have 2 4-3 guys back there? But whatever. I don't know what they're going to do with that. But they did. There's a clip of them practicing the kickoff rule. Okay. So they did do this.
Well, you'll see more of that, Roy, in Tommy's clips of the red and blue or blue and red scrimmage that he's gonna put out after the show. So moving on, we'll stay with offense, wide receiver. We talked about this a little bit off camera. Are you concerned? Like, I'm really happy to hear like our top 4 is doing so well.
Mm-hmm.
Are you concerned about how a couple of the guys have like got hurt and disappeared? So like Chase Claypool was someone that we talked about a ton.
Yeah.
Leading up to camp, and then he got hurt, and we haven't seen him.
Yeah.
Shavers has come out and done fantastic in camp, but is that going to transition? MVS is starting to pick it up, which is nice. You know what I mean? He had a good day today. But then we have our top 4. Does it concern you that back end doesn't have everybody?
Well, Chase Claypool. I mean, listen, I had Chase Claypool making a roster.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people didn't. Yeah, and he still may. But I don't think he would. It was one of those things where it's like a 50-50 chance. Let's be real, right? Like it was me that, what I mean? And I'm sure a couple other people, but it wasn't a lock, right? Like Chase Clay, so if he doesn't make the team, I'm not going to be like, oh, it ruins everything.
Yeah.
I feel for the guy, because I do feel like if he was healthy, he would. I think he would make the team. Like, I think you would see like highlights of him, like during camp, like making some plays for the offense, getting more involved. But listen, this is the deal, man. Like, when you're a guy coming in fighting for a roster spot and you get hurt early in camp, unless you're a rookie and a rookie that's drafted between rounds 1 and 5, you're kind of fucked. Like, so right now, he hasn't come back in he's missed a week. So it's not going good. And especially since Tyrell Shavers, whatever you want to call him, is shining in camp. Like, he is really looking good.
He's getting a lot of runs with the ones too.
Yeah. So that really, really is hurting Claypool's opportunity to make this team. The only way I can see it happening is he needs to get healthy real quick and just pretty much kind of ball out in preseason. Really shine to get that spot, because I can see him being cut. And MVS too, I had on my bubble, because MVS up until Wednesday was a no-show. He wasn't even running with the ones.
Yeah.
So the only way he makes this team, maybe if Claypool doesn't, you know what I mean? Maybe there's an opportunity, but even that, who cares? You cut him. All right. We lose a little guarantee on his 1-year deal. I wouldn't, it's not going to affect me. I still think we'd be fine.
With MVS is there's 4 add-on years for his contract. So it's a 1-year deal, but he has 4 void years. So
I get it, but you can't just stick with the guy because you're gonna have to probably take the hit for that. But we'll see. Maybe he comes around.
Well, he has over the last few days. He had a good day again today. I'd like to see him continue to get that work and get better because I'd like to have that speed on the team.
Hey, absolutely.
Hitting Roy's comment here says, I may be in the minority, but I think without a true number one, it might be easier for defenses to cover the rest of the receivers. See, I disagree. I'm with the opposite. Without the true number one, I don't think they know where Josh is going to go with the ball. So I think it's going to be harder for defenses because Josh can go anywhere. Like the last 2 years, it's been a lot easier for defenses because it's been Stephon Diggs and then Gabe Davis randomly when they decided to have Gabe Davis games. But that was pretty much it. Down the stretch, the Bills did so well because they spread the ball so well. Nobody had any idea where the ball was going.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think you're going to see a lot of that this year. Like it doesn't matter who's number one. It's not Josh trying to force it to Diggs and Davis. A lot of Josh's picks last year came trying to force balls to Davis.
Yeah. And there's a lot of miscommunication. I feel like listen, there's nothing wrong with having a true number one. Like number ones are awesome.
Great.
Like Justin, like you're telling me, like if we had a chance to get Justin Jefferson, I would absolutely in a heartbeat. T. Higgins, and Chase, like of course I would. But this is where we're at right now. Last year kind of proves that Josh Allen and this offense can work without a number one and can actually do well without a number one. So I'm not saying that it isn't, like, oh, we never need a number one moving forward, like a dynamic receiver. But I think, like to Mikey's point, if last year tells you anything, it tells you we'll be just fine with how Joe Brady's setting up this offense. Now, once again, can Keon Coleman, and we'll get to him, but I think Keon Coleman is doing listen, I loved Keon Coleman coming out. I said he was gonna be our pick. He was our pick.
Good camp, man.
But I honestly didn't think he would shine this bright, this quick. He is looking really good. And not only that, him and Allen have a very good connection so far. Like their chemistry right now is really good.
Catches everything.
Yeah. So I might be wrong on my expectations out of year one from Keon Coleman, the way his camp is going. Now, also, we got to pump the brakes too. Let's see how it's his camp. Let's see how preseason goes. Let's see how first 3 weeks of the season goes, right? Yeah. But right now, though, everything I see is better than what I expected. So that's a really positive sign from Keon Coleman. And then Dalton Kincaid's looking excellent in camp as well. So we have weapons, like we really do. Like just those two alone, I feel are can lead this offense, this wide receiver group to, even though Kincaid's a tight end, I'll call him a hybrid. And the Shakir, I feel like is very underrated.
They say he's actually been our wide receiver one in camp so far. Like every day, that guy has been our top receiver.
Yeah.
And then I love what they're doing with Curtis Samuel. How they're moving him around.
Absolutely. And he's had a great camp too.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention him. He's had a really good camp actually. And then Shavers, I'll just say, even though he's looked good in camp, I just said it let's pump the brakes a little bit. Like let's see what he does when the lights come on and where he's going against better not better option, but
other
different teams, other teams, right? Better players. Maybe they're like if I would like, what I want to see? Throw Shavers in there early against the ones, like when you have with the ones, right? Have him line up against absolutely. Like you want to know what he has? Okay, line him up against another team's defense once, right? Like their best, right? I want to see how he rolls with Josh against the one on the defense, right? For me, I won't get much if he's out there in the fourth quarter with Trubisky or the other guy that we have. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it won't tell me as much. Like, okay, he beat the fourth string defense. Like, put him in there with better opposition, then you'll kind of know where Shavers can hold it down.
Hitting Roy's comment real quick, and then I'll counter that. I'm more of a pessimist than an optimist. I proved that last year when I said they couldn't win 5 in a row. Don't listen to me. But I love that you put that out there. It's talking points, Roy, and that's the point of it. So keep bringing your pessimistic views. I'll take them all day. Speaking of, the preseason, how much do you want to see Josh in the ones? Knowing it's a new guys, knowing it's a new system, I don't think we can get away with playing Josh only one quarter in the preseason.
No, I think preseason's, listen, every team needs to, their starters need to play to get that feeling back of football again, get that rust off, just everything in general, get that connection going down. Like, okay, so you're not going into the regular season just kind of almost rusty kind of in a way, like just don't have that connection, that flow going. Especially like you just said, kind of a new offense. It is, right? New offense coordinator in a way, a brand new receiving group, pretty much, right? I think that second game, which is basically like the old ways, a third game, right? Yep. Second game, they should play a whole half almost. I think they should play the whole first half. I think game one they should play, because normally game one they'll play one drive, one series. I would, if it was me, almost a quarter or a quarter. And then the third game you rest them. You don't play them. That's it. Can't be scared of injuries, guys. Injuries happen in camp. They happen in camp. What's it? Yeah. No, but people will say that. Oh, but you don't want to throw it. It's a nonsense game, guys. Guys are already getting hurt first week of camp. Like, it's not even. So injury is going to happen regardless. Whenever they can happen in practice leading up to game one.
I would be okay with what Rob says here. One quarter in the two games. I would like to see two series in game one. Depending on how those series play out.
We did that before, by the way. Yeah. That's not on call. Like, we have done that. Okay.
Yeah, so I'd like to see two series in game one if they go well. If they don't go well, I want to see them 3 or 4 series. In game one.
Yeah.
If they go really well and we score some touchdowns, then okay, you get them out of there. I don't need to see more. Game two, I'd like to see them go a quarter and a half. And maybe Josh, maybe Dion, some of the older guys don't need to play the whole quarter and a half.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then rotate some of the other guys in.
I'm good with that.
Depending on how they're doing. I don't know if I need to see them go a whole half.
You know what? I get where you're going. Yeah, but my point was they need to go more than a quarter.
Some length, right? They need to get some length.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm with you on that. And then and I would really play depending on how they're doing. If they're struggling, keep them out there. If they're doing well, okay, you're done for the day. Let's get the other guys in there. You know what I mean?
Figure it out. Mm-hmm.
And then figure out how we want to do that. Like, if we're killing it and we're doing great, there's no point in keeping those guys out there.
Right.
The whole point of out there is to get in a rhythm. If they're in a rhythm, let's just pull them off field and then go from there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we went through the backs. We went through we hit the quarterbacks. Mitch is actually, I think, an upgrade over what we've had.
Absolutely. He's what he was when he was here a couple years ago. Like, that's what I expect. Listen, he's not perfect. He's going to make mistakes, but he's night and day better
than what we had.
And Matt Barkley. Like, I know a lot of you guys love Matt Barkley.
I love him as a person.
Sucked. Yeah. Like,
no, I don't want to see him play.
He floated that fucking ball like nobody's business. He had a nice floating ball like that. Like, if your guy was wide open, he could float it in the air. That was his thing. But boy, he had a weak ass arm.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. 8 days until the first preseason game. I can't wait. I cannot wait for that.
Next weekend,
man.
Next weekend
for that. I'm so ready for it. And then Shane Buechele, who I think is a practice squad guy. That's fine. Young guy. I like our quarterback room. Our tight end room, obviously, we have Knox and Kincaid. Then there seems to be a small battle between Quentin Morris and Zach Davidson. Zach Davidson was my sleeper at tight end. Remember, we were talking about it in the offseason. I thought he was really good, and he got hurt early in camp last year and then was done for the year. I don't know if there's enough time because Morris is playing really well again this year. I don't know if there's enough time for him to jump Morris on the depth chart. But I think he's a priority practice squad guy in case somebody gets hurt that we can bring him up.
Yeah, no, he's having a good camp. Like, everything I've heard, he's catching touchdowns. He's a red zone threat. Quentin Morris actually looked good today, but he hasn't shined like all camp. Like today was his first day where he actually, I guess, was noticed, right? Like where he was actually
he was just
contributing.
doing his job up to that point. No flashes.
Right. So today he flashed a little bit. So we'll see. That is an interesting battle there.
I know Davidson had 2 touchdowns today, and he's been having a really good camp.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Connor comes in and asks thoughts on the red and black helmet. I liked the matte black. I wish they would have went with a white buffalo with the red lining of it. I thought that would have been really cool. But I thought it was cool. I like that Josh brings out a different helmet.
Yeah, I like it, but it was if the pants were black and red or something like you get what I'm saying? Then it would make more sense.
Not with the red and the white bottom.
Right, because you're right. It like just did not match well.
It looked just like the blue one last year. It just looked funny on the red with the red and white.
Exactly. But once again, it's a tease because the Buffalo Bills, for some odd reason,
won't give us the third.
Won't give us anything different. Yeah, it's the same shit every season. It is what it is.
Josh does it. I love that he does that.
It's cool. Yeah, it is cool. It is different. I like that. Yeah.
I like that he likes to play with it. You know what I mean? Because someone asked him about it and he said, shh, don't tell nobody. Because they asked what's it going to be? I think it's Mike Robb on the ESPN one or on the NFL Network one. He asked them about it and he's like, hey, don't ask about that.
I've seen some really good looking helmets, like those mini helmets they sell. Because some of them, like they do they paint them different and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's some really cool ones out there, man.
Black and red ones and I think the one that I saw that was billed as black, it had the white buffalo with the red outline, and that's what I really liked. I thought that looked slick. Kind of looks like someone put the crayon back in the box out of order. Yeah, kind of. So let's switch on to the other side of the ball. Defensive line's actually been really good. Dwayne Smoot's having a really good camp. He's coming back from that Achilles injury. It's year 2 of it. He's starting to make that big comeback. You know who else is making a big comeback? Von Miller.
He's
starting to look like the old Von.
He is coming around. I don't think he's quite there yet. Like we're that dynamic, what we saw year 1 with him.
Mm-hmm.
But he's right there. Like he's so close, and that's a positive thing. Like I said, I'm not concerned. Like he's not like dynamic just yet, like he was here, but he's really close, and that's a positive thing. So yes, like that's awesome to hear out of camp. And also players are talking about like Deion Dawkins said, man, Von's like getting back to Von. Watch the fuck out. And I love that. Like I love that because he ain't gonna bullshit. You know what I mean? And you know what else I like too about this whole thing? Von's quiet. He's been quiet all off season.
Yeah.
I think Von's finally said, you know what? I'm not gonna fucking I'm just gonna do my thing. I'm gonna get back to being, get back in shape, whatever. Get my shit back right. Concentrate on me, not the outside noise that I was doing before. Because that's and listen, I love the positivity from him, but like nobody wanted to hear it anymore.
We just wanted Von Miller. Have it, but have it inside the locker room.
He can have it. I think he can have it. Right. Well, no, he can still have it even when if he returns to form, then fine. Give me that Von back. Go ahead. Be out, talk and all that positivity out I have no problem with that. But the problem was because he wasn't contributing, and everyone's probably going to be like, shut the fuck up. We just want to see you do something on the field. Yeah. Right? If he's doing something on the field, no one's going to care about. Then he can talk he can fucking do all the interviews. I don't care. But no, it's good to see.
He's the opposite of Roy. Vaughn is the internal optimist.
He really is.
But he's cooled it down.
Yeah, I do.
I love that we have the 4 that are pretty much locks now with Epinesa, Rousseau, Vaughn, and Smoot, which leaves one spot if they keep 5, if they even keep 5. Leaves one spot for Solomon, Kinsley, and Tuhill.
Yeah.
And then you kick it on the inside, and you have Ed and Daquan doing Ed and Daquan things. But then we have depth this year behind them. Austin Johnson has looked really good in camp, that everyone says. And then you have a battle going on between Williams and our rookie Carter, for that backup 3 tech. So are you going to keep 10 D linemen, 5 at each spot? I just can't see that.
Yeah, no, I think there's going to be some practice squad guys going.
We're probably going to lose some guys.
No, they're going to be. It's the way it works. It's you can't. That's the bad thing. That's the shitty thing. You can't keep 53, and there's going to be players that shine and can't. And that's what I'm saying. Like that's the tough part of this whole thing is evaluating players because, for like we were talking about Shavers, like Shavers could be looking really good in camp right now, but when the lights come on, he's going against. He may not look that good, so they don't want to jump to just cut another guy that can actually contribute in the regular. And Shavers doesn't really do that. So, they got to be real careful on who you pick and choose on who you're cutting or sending it to the practice squad. So, that's why I say preseason is so important. It's so important for these guys to shine, to make their pretty much to show their worth, right? That they're worthy to be on the 53. So we'll see. But the thing with like Solomon, Carter, they're draft picks, and I can't see Bean cutting them. Like I have a feeling
that Carter's gonna beat out Williams, and I have a feeling Solomon's gonna be DN5.
Right. Yep. I can't see
unless somebody just comes in and really takes it from him.
Right.
But if he's in, because right now they're all kind of together,
neck to neck,
and they're all like looking like they're all flashed. You know what I mean? I just can't see them cutting a draft pick.
No, I don't. And I think they Solomon has too high of a ceiling, and I think that's like a player they may have to work with a couple seasons to get into form or how they want him.
Well, he's already showed and flashed his pass rushing ability. Where he needs to work is on his run game ability.
A run game, yeah. But also too, like not only that, like they're gonna have to figure out like what they want his weight to be. You know how that went with AJ Epinesa. They were wrong the first year. Then they had to change it up a second. Like, and it made a world of difference. So like he's a player, like they're gonna have to figure out like what's his best play weight at. Like what's he where do we put him down? Or is he a third down a guy? Is he in every down? Like they're gonna have to figure that out, but I think it's gonna take a little time with Solomon. So I don't see him cutting him. I think it's a guy, it's a project kind of guy. He's a late round pick. They're not in like we don't need him out there, this season necessarily.
You can use him as a pass specialist if he's a game day active even.
Exactly.
He may be a game day inactive all year.
All year. Yep. Absolutely. Unless the guy gets hurt, then he's active that game.
Yep. So it'll be interesting to see how the D line plays out. Linebacker, love what I've seen from linebacker. This is the first year we've had some serious depth. We have some serious competitions going on in linebacker. Obviously, Bernard and Milano are our 2 starters. Dorian Williams has done really good in the run game, not so great in the pass game in camp so far. But
which he struggled last year. Same thing.
Deion Jones has looked real good from what everyone says. So is Monroe. Spector, when healthy, looks really good. So I'm like, how many linebackers are we going to keep? 5?
I don't trust Spector. He can't stay healthy.
When he's on the field, he's good. It's just staying on the field.
Yeah, he got burnt today, but
did he?
Yeah, really bad. I forget who they said. They said toast. He got toasted today. I think it was Knox. Yeah, Dawson Knox. Toasted him. Yeah, toasted him. They said. Yeah, but it is what it is. Dawson Knox, by the way, is coming around. I don't know if we talked. Dawson Knox actually too. Yeah. So I know we're on the defense, but we didn't mention him. Yeah, he's actually having a good camp.
Yep. Rob says, how good has Daquan been? Daquan's been as good as he was last year to start the year. Like he's making a lot of plays in the backfield, blowing things up, tackle for losses, would-be sacks. He's having a real good camp, which is awesome to hear. Because Ed Oliver's lighting it up too. Then we talked a little bit about the corners. We felt a little bit better about the corners. Obviously, Rasul's the CV1 right now, and Elam and Benford are rotating at corner 2 with the ones. And then we have Jamarcus Ingram and a bunch of other guys who are basically the CB4 fighting for CB4. The safeties is where my most concern is at. We've already talked about that. So,
yeah, and by the way, and I mentioned this in a video I did on day 7 highlights and I got to thinking about it. Listen, I love Micah Hyde. Like I do. Micah Hyde is the man, right? Like Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer, that combination we had was phenomenal. But the truth is they were getting hurt and they were getting injured. And there's a reason why they didn't resign. They let Poyer go. There's a reason why Hyde isn't back. He could be back if he wanted. They said he could be. So here's my deal. A lot of people are like, "Oh, Hyde was there. Hyde's at camp, and why don't they call Hyde?" Because we signed 2 bummy safeties by Kareem Jackson, 36-year-old stop, and the other guy, I don't even know who the hell he is.
Burgess.
Yeah, Burgess. Yeah. My point is this: you don't think that being called Hyde at any point, that's one. 2, even if Hyde came back, let's say he did, who the hell is to say that dude won't get a stinger midway through the season and be done? Because he thought about quitting last year. Like that, bro, I keep telling people that shit is so serious, that neck thing. 2 surgeries. The stinger is obviously bothering him. He had 2 last year. He was ready to quit, not even come back. So even if we got him, even if he said, you know what, I'm willing to come back, and boom, he gets his first stinger in week 3, whatever, he's done. Like he's not, it's so dangerous. He's going to be like, no, I can't do it. That's why I do not think Micah Hyde will come back. And even if he does, I don't think is the answer, because I don't see him not getting a stinger. It's just he has a bad neck. It's what it is.
I see Micah Hyde.
I like him, but it's risky. It's a risky thing. He's had neck problems over the past 2 seasons in a row.
Yep.
In a row. So what makes you think he won't have a neck issue? And he's playing with next to Rapp, who's super dangerous. It's going to knock into him eventually. So I'm just saying, I'm not saying like, oh, like having him on the team wouldn't be. I'm just saying if he does come back, the chances of him getting hurt again or getting a stinger are pretty high. And him wanting to return after that is probably not going to happen. Like, I just don't think he's going to come back. I think he's understanding of that.
I think if he comes back late in the year. I think it's AJ Klein maybe. Type of thing. Yeah. If we have guys that go down.
Playoffs or something. Okay.
Yeah. And we bring him back for a short run. I think if he comes back, that's how he comes back. However, Bishop and Edwards are both going to be back.
They are, but here's my problem with this, Mikey, and this is why I'm concerned about the safety position as well. Rapp has been, once again, he's new to the position as far as like a everyday starter. I know he started a little bit in LA, but this is his first kind of roll around with the Bills. He got hurt multiple times last year. So he's a guy that you got to watch out. He could get hurt too, because he's shown it last year. Bishop is the shoulder. He's week to week. We don't know. Week to week could be a month. Week to week is a week to week. And then Mike Edwards has a hamstring, which is 2 to 3 weeks, could be 4 weeks. So soft tissue injuries are never good. That's one that I don't like. And then 2, you go sign a old ass 36-year-old safety as a filler for now, I guess. So Bishop
that's basically what they're doing.
Right. But for me, it's like this, Mikey, and we do it every season, and I hate it. And I love Brandon Beane, and I love what he's done here. For the most part, he's a solid GM, one of the better GM. But I hate the fact that every fucking offseason, he has to go and get these old-ass players that are on their last leg as in important positions. And then when we need them, they can't hold up in the game. Like last year, they signed Klein right away. And I'm like, why? What are you doing? Now, mind you, they cut him, but they went out and got him back again. Why not sign a guy that's reliable? They signed the one guy. Who was the other linebacker? And he wound up quitting. He didn't even make it through camp. He's like, no, I'm good.
I know what you're talking about.
Right? From Arizona. I think he's from Arizona. He's like, oh, I'm good. Right? Vontae Davis. Like, I could go on and on. The cornerback. What's his name? The old-ass corner we picked up last year that we had on the team.
Josh Norman?
Josh Norman. Like, we do this over and over. Look, why not just spend a little bit, go get the guy that's reliable? Like, tell me this, Mikey. If they sign Justin Simmons, even though it's something that Brandon Beane didn't want to do, spend a little bit more than he wanted, but wouldn't you feel way more comfortable going, okay, we're going into the season with Simmons and let's say Rapp. and now you got Cole Bishop. I would feel way more comfortable going into the season and going, hey, I got a reliable guy here for sure. And Rapp, yeah, he's a question mark, but we've seen a little bit with Rapp as long as he stays healthy. I would feel way more comfortable than Rapp and Bishop, who knows what's going to happen there. You got a rookie, a guy that's a little bit sloppy and can get hurt as well. The rookie already got hurt. Like, it's very concerning. And then you go and sign a 36-year-old safety who, by the way, they're going to wind up cutting him, and we're going to get a player hurt, and they're going to sign him again because that's what we do. We like to wave guys and go back to the well. So I hate it, Mikey. Like, I wish he would just sometimes go against like his, stubbornness and just go and get the guy, spend a little bit for a guy that's reliable. Give him a 1 or 2 year deal.
I'd be okay with that. Quandre Diggs, I'd be okay with him too.
Yes.
He's a younger safety. I would take that.
Like, why are we throwing around with these guys?
I think he's bringing in these old guys as just fillers because those two are coming back and that's who they plan on going with.
But are you risking it this quick? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. But damn,
like,
dude.
If you bring in Simmons, who hasn't done anything all off season, there's a chance he catches a soft tissue injury too.
He could, but I mean, I don't know. But I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like we do this every year.
We do, in a different.
By the way,
every year
we did it with Murray last year.
Mm-hmm.
Old running back who broke down towards the end of the season. Like, Frank Gore. Like, we constantly get these guys that are like down to their last leg. And like, it's like, why? Like, stop. Like, I think it's almost McDermott. Like, McDermott loves it.
He loves
it's a trusting guy. Yeah. This guy's been around the league. He's a good guy. He's a 13-year vet.
Except Jackson isn't a good guy. The dude got suspended twice for late last year.
Right. I know. Right. It's like, but you know what I mean.
He says Hyde doesn't want to go through training camp or preseason. Yeah, I know that's why they haven't done anything with him. I truly believe he's a break glass in case of emergency.
Yeah, and that I don't mind. Like you said, great point you made earlier. Like, if we're heading toward, we're week 16, and
I'd be okay with week 14. Week 14, one of our safeties.
You know what I mean? We're heading into the playoffs.
Yeah, we
need
that guy.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Eric Weddle of the world. Remember when he did that?
Yes, when he came back, he was fine. Yeah, yeah. You're right.
He held up the last 9 weeks, and then he retired. And won the Super Bowl ring.
You're right. Like, yeah, that would be fine. Yeah, I'm cool with it. Our whole regular season, I'm gonna tell you right now, the chance of Hyde surviving that is slim, just because of his history, his track history.
Tommy, for you.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Tommy. Tomorrow morning is my big softball game tournament, 9 a.m. Well, good luck, Mister. I hope you win. I used to play. I tried to play in softball. I was terrible at it. Mikey's really good at it. I was awful.
It's been a long time since I played. It's been about 4 years since I played. But I used to be good. I used to play on a traveling, softball team that was sponsored, and we just go out and go all over the place and play. And it was a lot of fun. But I'm also really old now and out of shape, and don't want to do that.
Yep, I hear you.
So,
but anyways, that's my rant on the and the bean thing.
No, that's fine. That kind of went through our current catch up of the first 2 weeks. What do you got on tap for us tonight through Bills Wire?
Bills. I'll probably do something on Bills Wire this weekend. I gotta look. They always. I
thought you said you had something.
No. Tonight's the blue and red. I'm gonna get that video done. I'm gonna. So guys, I'll have that video probably up within the next hour and a half. I'll have the blue and red practice highlights. I'll go over like what I like, what I didn't, and just whatever. I'll just ramble on like I always do. Mm-hmm. And then what else is on tap? Just look out for videos. I'm doing the videos every day, every training camp day, every day they're at practice. So I do post those daily. Me and Mikey will be going live Mondays very soon. I'm thinking almost preseason-ish, but we'll let you guys know once I figure that out. But 9 o'clock, I believe, right, is the time we're going to start doing the Mondays. Is that correct, Mikey?
Yep.
Okay. So we'll let you know the day, but I'm thinking more around preseason. It'll probably be around this maybe the second game or something. But I'll let you guys know that. I think in week 2 of preseason. We'll do a recap. Exactly. Recap of I like that. Yep. So and then Mafia talk. every Wednesday at either
we didn't
8 or
talk about
10.
that. Sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. So how do you feel about the release of the punter? That's right. To sign the 36. Yeah, I think it's once again the safety bothers me because it's just a stupid signing.
Tommy was so mad when I texted him and told him that we signed a 36-year-old safety and we cut the UDFA punter.
No, I knew about the safety. I didn't know we cut Browning.
Yeah,
but
when you found out that we cut him for a 36-year-old.
Yeah, that's bro. Like, listen, it is what it is. If Browning was doing that bad in camp,
Browning was for Burgess, huh? Not for Jackson.
Either one. Who cares? They're both fucking terrible.
Yeah, either way.
Either way. So
they ended that punting competition before it really ever started.
Yeah, bro, was he that bad? Like, no. There 1 weekend.
Like, they were saying he was really good.
So why would you do that? Like, why would you do that? Like, that is shit. Unless they think Browning's going to stick around, no one's going to pick him up. Because I don't know if he's been picked up or I haven't followed Browning, but maybe it's possible they re-sign him if he's just hanging around. You know,
once some of these guys come back and they have to.
Yeah, but at that point, is it a competition anymore? Now Sam Martin's been punting for how many days now in practice? So I don't think so. I think it's over. I think Sam Martin won the job. He is your punter going into week 1, unfortunately. Let's just hope for us.
He's back to year 1, Sam Martin, and not last.
And we don't have to punt that much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's like, and you know what? I'm not even so concerned about Sam Martin week 1 through, I don't know, 14. I'm more concerned when the winds and snow starts picking up in Buffalo is where Sam Martin doesn't have the leg strength to kick the ball right? To kick it downfield, to give us good field position. That guy, by the way, is in Kansas City. That guy left. We dropped the ball there. We had a chance. Had a chance last year. Could have signed him. Could have signed him and said, "Hey, man, we'll give you a 1-year deal right now, 2-year deal." They could have cheap. That would have been such a cheap deal, bro. But once again, we do things so weird here. I don't get it. But it is what it is. I'm not the GM. I'm not paid for that shit. That Brandon Beane's done a great job. Who am I? So
Brandon Beane went on Buffalo Plus and said he gave himself a C+.
Ooh, C+ of what? The offseason?
No, just like overall. In
general? Ooh, wow.
He said I hit an A+ on Josh, but I have a C+ or a C-. Give himself a C- overall.
He's really harsh on it. He's a tough critic. He's a big critic. Wow.
He goes back and looks who he missed on and should have signed or shouldn't have signed and he just crushes himself over that.
I mean, I wouldn't give him that low a grade. What does he say? C-?
He said C-.
Oh, I don't know on about that. I would say, if I'm really being honest, because the things I don't like that he does, I'd say B-. I think that's fair. Because
and I'm different. I would say B+ A- overall.
Okay.
He's built a really good team.
He has, but he's also made some really bad decisions.
He's made some
really bad
signings. I tie some of those really bad decisions to his coaches.
Sure, yeah, they're definitely involved. 1,000. They were involved with Wyatt Teller leaving.
Yeah,
right. They're
involved with
players that they
Murphy and
coaches,
Butler and
certain coaches they want to stay.
not only that, but there's a good chance that that 13-second year is the year that we could have won it, and they blew that one.
Right.
If he had the Super Bowl ring right now, he wouldn't have been giving himself a C-.
No, obviously not. Nobody would. But that's a little low, Brandon Beane. You're not C-. But I'll say B- just because, like I said, I think there's some bad signings there, some bad extensions like he didn't have to do. I thought not pushing the trades more during the middle of season. I don't like that so much about him. He's very stingy.
Like he did it last year with Rasul.
I think he finally understood you had to. Like, like if we didn't do that last year, we'd be in a lot. I don't even know if we go on that run. Like, we would be in a lot of shit. Like, so and look what happened. Like, he made the trade, it worked out, and now we got a guy that you extended that's our number 1 corner. Like, it's
For this
okay
year.
sometimes for this year, right? But it's okay to do that stuff. Like I just feel like sometimes he's just a little he's too worried to make that move to make a mistake, and you can't always go that route. You got to sometimes, roll the dice on certain, or do things that you don't normally do or are uncomfortable with to better the team. Like you have to, like we're not going to kill. Like I'm not going to kill Brandon Beane if he goes and, for instance, signs Justin Simmons and for a little bit more, than what he wants. Like I would be, as long as it worked out. Like nobody's going to sit back and go, "Oh, what a terrible." Now we only have $2 million in cash.
Well,
no one's going to care.
I think where I struggle with Brandon Beane is he looks at the Tim Settles and the Vernon Butlers and he's like, "Oh, I see potential in that." So they give him a bigger deal to get him to come here, and then they don't grow, and he doesn't hit on them.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that hurt.
Yeah. I think I think he'll give himself a better grade if Vaughn works out this year.
Yeah,
like
if Vaughn comes back and gets a double-digit sacks,
yeah,
I think people are going to forget about the grade that they were giving him and saying how Vaughn was a bust and all that.
Yep, absolutely. But he has to have a bounce back year for that deal to have been worth it. Because if he doesn't, it was a bad deal. And we got to be honest. Like we can't.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
It turned out a bad deal. It was a bad break, but that bad break turned into a bad deal.
Yeah. It sucks, but it can happen. I mean, look at, for instance, it could happen in Miami with Tua. And that's why I was told you I like Tua. I think he's a good quarterback, but I would be, if I'm the GM there, that's my concern. Like the Von Miller thing, like you signed this guy and then all of a sudden he gets hurt and Tua, it's not like Tua is Mr. Healthy. And then there goes your guarantee. And then this dude just is done. And then you just lost all that money. You put all your chips in, for a guy that's, has injury history. So I don't know.
And Daniel, that's why I agree. And it's why I say I would give him an A- B+. What
is the champions playoff caliber else on the field 4 or 5 year? Actually 6 or 7. Plus he picked Josh Allen. So let me tell you, the Josh Allen thing, and we don't mention Edmonds, but we should. Edmonds, because he is a very good player. That 2018 draft was phenomenal because a lot of people, not me, but a lot of people were against the Josh Allen pick. A lot of Bills Mafia, and I'm sure some of you who are watching now were not fans of that pick. But he proved people wrong, and he was the right pick. And it turned out to be a franchise quarterback, a guy that's probably going to go down in Bills history as the greatest Bills quarterback ever, right? And hopefully a Super Bowl quarterback. I believe he will be. But there has been some drafts not the greatest, right? Like the back-to-back edge rusher, Gregory Rousseau, and then
when you missed on taking Creed Humphrey when we needed a center,
right? Like there's been some, and like you said, signing not cutting. What was his name? The rusher we capped him on another year. We could have saved $8 million.
Trent
Murphy, and then the other guy that you didn't like that was on the D line,
Vernon Butler.
So Star Lotulelei. There was like so many like things,
Tim Settle.
Yeah, he don't come on my channel anymore.
Roykinson says Rosen's in Cleveland now. No way makes that roster. I'm surprised Rosen's still in the league. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow, is he really?
Yeah.
I thought he was done. He finally gave up.
No,
he should just tap. If I was Rosen, go to Canada. Go to the UCFL thing or arena football.
Go play XFL.
Get paid.
Deals after that. Go
dude.
Money.
It ain't happening for you, Rosen.
I mean, he's still holding on to training camp invites and stuff. So
I'm shocked. Yeah, that's only because
Sam Darnold's probably going to start this year in Minnesota.
That's bad. I feel bad. Listen, I like Darnold, but he's not. He's a backup. He's a Mitch Trubisky. Right? Like I wouldn't mind him as a backup, but he's a Trubisky.
I think the Jets ruined him. I really do.
Probably, but either way, he's not going anywhere.
It'd be interesting to see. Darnold may be the starter, right? And then Zach Wilson may be a starter. Maybe it's just the Jets.
Zach Wilson, God.
He may end up being the starter in Denver. He's in a tight competition with the rookie.
Yeah, he's another guy. He falls under pressure. He's not that good. I think he got a lot of hype, and he hyped himself
But
up.
neither one of those guys had an offensive line worth a shit.
No, I get it, but I don't like his play. I just didn't like his play.
Scotty, what's going on, brother?
What up, man?
It says no GM hits on all picks, trades or free agents. Bean's been very good and intellectual on the finance management. I do like how he's done the cap management. It goes by why I give him a A- B+. Because overall, I think he's done a fantastic job.
Yeah, dude,
we're in it every year.
He's one of the better GMs in the NFL. Like, I tell you guys this all the time. No GM is perfect. Nobody's perfect in life. Yeah. He's going to make mistakes. Like, I get that. Like, we're not here just ragging on Brandon Beane.
Is Darnold good? AK Cash says he's not Trubisky. Darnold's good. Is Darnold good? What have you seen that says Darnold's good?
Yeah, he's okay. He's all right. I think he's a backup. I think he's going to be a journeyman.
We'll find out this year. We will. We'll find out this year if he.
He has the best receiver in the game, or one. Yeah. One can argue the top 3 now. I guess since everyone likes Hill at number 1.
Roy, yes, we do. We have Minnesota's second round pick next year. I hope they go. Winless. I have a hard time seeing them go winless with the with their receivers that they got. But I'd like to see them in the top 10. Mm-hmm. Give us a really good early second round pick.
Yeah,
that'd be nice. Yes, we do, at Roy. I hope they go 1-16. Yep, I'm with you there too. All right. I think we've kind of exhausted our talking points for tonight.
Yep. We covered everything, guys. I'm gonna do a video real quick of the blue and red practice. Look for that in about an hour and a half. I'll have that posted up. Other than that, man, we appreciate you guys coming on this for late Friday night, like we always do every Friday night, and we will continue to obviously be here, do this every Friday at 9 p.m. So, by the way, anyone new or watching this later, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because I always forget to tell you. And then that's it, man. We're out of here.
Yep. I don't disagree with AK Cash here when he said that Darnold has a lot more arm talent than Trubisky. He does have a bigger arm. I just haven't seen him do anything in the games yet.
They do,
I've actually seen Trubisky play good football. I haven't seen Darnold play very good football.
I think Darnold makes more mistakes than Trubisky. Though I will say this: Trubisky last year was making a lot of mistakes with this.
He looked horrible.
He looked terrible at one point. Like, I was like, ugh. Mm-hmm. What the hell happened to this dude? Because he wasn't.
But they also had to fire their offensive coordinator in the middle of the year.
I get that.
That was a shit show in Pittsburgh. But I do agree that Darnold has more arm talent. I would just like to see him put it together. I just don't want to see him put it together this year. I hope they win. I hope they lose, and I hope he does really well, and they just lose by a point every game, and so we get the pick, and Darnold's done well.
Yeah, and I don't like Minnesota.
I hope he does well.
All right, guys, we're out of here, man. So,
all right, later.
Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it. Go Bills. We're out of here. Peace. All done, dude. Yeah, good show, man.
Good show, bro.
I will be on an hour and something, hour and 20. Not
That's
bad.
fun. Yeah, hour 15. Not too shabby.
No, not sure.
It was a fun time.
Yeah, had a good time, man.
Got to talk some Bills football. I missed it last week. I really did. Yeah.
Oh, look, we're still live and recording, by the way. We haven't ended the stream. So, guys, me and Mikey still talking live, apparently, because our stream service did not boot us off. So,
okay.
So, yeah, you got.
It was fun.
So, yeah, we're having some bloopers right now. So, we will make it official.
Official out.
All right, we're gonna be out in this
If
time.
anybody's
Okay.
still watching. If
Yeah,
anybody's
yeah,
still watching.
For sure, we're gonna be out of here.
Okay.
Later.
I hate that.